Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm for Classic and welcome to Immortals of Aveum. So this is one of the first games using Unreal Engine 5 and it uses mostly all of the stuff from Unreal Engine 5. I believe it uses Lumen and it definitely uses Nanite, which makes it a very demanding game. So, despite I'm playing these at 1080p, low settings, and while using an absurd amount of upscaling, so I'm just using FSR free in its performance mode, and not frame generation, because frame generation is not helping me having a smoother performance by any means. I have more frames, but input latency it's huge. Not to mention that the issue with the game is not really the frame rate that we do get, it's more of the lack of VRAM that we do have. So as you can see, VRAM it is pretty much full. So 4 gigabytes of usage, dedicated usage it is about 2.3, 2.2, which is the maximum that the X12 mostly can use for games. RAM usage I have 16, so it's using 14,000 of RAM. So basically I have no memory in here to spend. So there is no way, and despite the GPU usage is on its maximum, this is quite normal when you are out of VRAM and memory under the X12. So bottom of the line is, this is not a great way to play the game. I'm not going to put the blame on the game because the game is making use of most of the stuff from Unreal Engine 5, which is incredibly demanding. But not only that, I mean, VRAM, 4 gigabytes of VRAM is dead by today's standards, and obviously developers don't care or couldn't care less. And I'm the one doing the bad tricks in here because if you look to the requirements, these guys ask for a minimum of 16 gigabytes of RAM, and in that sense we are okay. But for a minimum, they do ask for an RX 580 and an Nvidia GeForce GTX 1070, both of them with a minimum of 8 gigabytes of VRAM, and as for recommended, they do recommend 12 or 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Alright, so we just don't have enough VRAM for this to play decently. And you can say, oh my god, but Series S can run this game at 60 frames per second. Yeah, it does. It has more cuts than the PC version have, but also Series S have more memory, despite shared, than, well, the GTX 1650 Super with 4 gigabytes of VRAM. So, if you want to play this game with 4 gigabyte graphic cards, my recommendation is just to skip it for now and play the game when you have a decent or better GPU. When it comes to graphics, I really think that the low settings are good enough. But yeah, the experience of playing with 4 gigabytes of VRAM it is quite bad. So with this, I finished my video. Thank you a lot for watching, and I do hope to see you soon in another one. Goodbye.
Don't technically know if the wound is totally bottomless.
All signs point to yes.
They'll be okay, Luna. I'll watch over them.
I've got an idea.